Welcome back to Forever Hardcore. This is episode 6. In the last episode, we built this zombie XP farm, and in between episodes, I've been using it to get my levels up and do some level 30 enchanting. Here's a quick look at the item collection chest. We have quite a bit of rotten flesh in here. From whacking the zombies, we also occasionally get some of these other items. And in between episodes, I've been doing quite a bit of level 30 enchanting. Looks like we have a wandering trader roaming around. Packed ice is interesting, but do we spend our emeralds on that? We have 48. I don't know if that's such a good deal right now. We already have pumpkins. Kelp is easy to get. I think we'll pass on these trades. Thank you very much. But I do have 30 levels currently, and so I thought we could do a little bit of enchanting quickly. Let's grab a book and some lapis and see what we can get. We have some pretty good gear here now. We have a great diamond helmet with respiration and aqua infinity. We've got these diamond leggings, and the boots now have feather falling 4 and depth strider. We have a chest plate with blast protection, thorns, and unbreaking. And we have this sword that we got in the last episode, as well as Fortune 3 and Silk Touch pickaxes. Check out this bow as well. Power 5, Flame, Punch 2, Unbreaking 3, and Infinity. That is a super bow right there, and we're going to be switching that one out for this one here. Power 2 and Unbreaking 2 that we've been using. That was a trade that we got back at the village. Alright, let's see what we can put on a book with our 30 levels. It looks like our choices are Aqua Infinity, Efficiency 2, or Breach 3. We're quite a ways off from needing a Breach enchantment, so I think we'll just go ahead and take the Aqua Infinity for now. In today's episode of Forever Hardcore, we're going to be returning to the village and transporting some villagers here to spawn. But before we go, I want to construct a villager breeder so that we have a place to put the villagers once we get them here. So we're going to go ahead and build a villager breeder in this area here, right out in the open on the beach here. We're going to have to light this area up very well because I've seen mobs spawning over here. But let's go ahead and get started with the construction now. I have everything I need in my inventory, and this looks like a good spot right here. Let's go ahead and remove this sand block, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a hay bale in there. And let's remove 4 blocks on each side of the hay bale. We're going to put glowstone there for lighting. Next, we need to build up the drop chute where the baby villagers are going to actually drop through from above. And we can do that by using glass. We're going to stack up 3 high. Let's go ahead and put down all 4 on the ground, and then we'll go up 3 high. On top of the glass goes the slabs. So we'll need 4 slabs, and we'll place them here, 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 and here. Next, we need to place in a fence gate, followed by 4 beds. Yes, I have exactly 4 beds in my inventory. I think the fence gate actually goes here, where the slabs are. That looks right to me. Let's go ahead and place in the beds now. Looks like I can't get them all on my hotbar, but that's okay. We'll just place them down one at a time. How do they go again? Okay, yeah, something like that, and I should be able to jump up on this bed and place 3 more just like it. There we go, and I need 1 more bed. Oops, I just set my respawn point on that bed, but that's fine. We'll fix that in a moment. Okay, there we go. We've got the beds in place. Now we need our carpet and our trap doors. Let's see, I always forget, but I think the carpet goes on the corners, and then the trap doors go in between. Don't forget to crouch, otherwise you're going to be setting your spawn on all these beds. All right, now can I put these trap doors in place? Let's see, maybe if I use the carpet. Okay, I got that one. How does that trapdoor open? Okay, that's fine. We can do it like that. We'll just place them on the side of each of these carpets here. And this is going to hold the villagers in place. We also need to make a staircase so that we can get the villagers up here to take these beds. There we go. And now that we've got our villager breeder constructed, we can head back to the village and grab 2 villagers. I've also built this little staircase here so the villagers will be able to pathfind up to the beds, hopefully, and I've lit up the area by spamming torches all over the beach. Let's go ahead and use our boat now, and we're going to head back to the village using the ocean here. So last time we went to the village and returned, we actually used the river, which is on the other side of this landmass to our left here. But this time we're going to be traveling a different way, and I'm pretty sure that we can still get to the village by sailing around the jungle here instead of traversing through it. And that should be a little bit safer. Plus, it's the route that we're going to have to take to transport the villagers back. That way we can use the boat to transport them the whole time. I want to minimize the amount of time we spend with the villagers outside of my control, which means not in a boat. If we have to, though, we can use leads to pull the boat across land. But I was thinking if we encounter any land, we could actually just make a canal instead. So we'll see what obstacles present themselves once we get the villagers in some boats. I think the first villager that I want to take back from the village is actually the Nitwit, because the Nitwit villager is already in a boat, so we should be able to just jump in with him and sail away back to spawn. If we have any time left at the end of the episode, I would also like to return to the Nether and locate a Nether fortress. I'm still looking for one. In between episodes, I've been looking around the Nether. We've been in almost every direction, I think, a few hundred blocks, and still haven't found anything. And I think it's time that we had another look. That's a nice looking mountain right there. I believe this is our turn. If we go down the river here, this should lead to the village. We also have a pillager outpost in this direction, so I'm sure we'll be coming back this way many times. All right, there's the jungle just ahead. I do recognize some of this terrain. I'm just looking for something that's to show me that we're in the right place. Okay, there we go. I see the village up on the hill there. And so we've definitely made it back, and it's really not that far away from spawn. So it shouldn't take too long to transport these villagers. I was able to make it here in less than 1 Minecraft day. All right, let's go ahead and get out of our boat over here. I want to see how difficult it's going to be to get these villagers across the land here. Okay, there is some water here. That could be a bit of a challenge. This water is what we need to get to with the villagers. Let's check up here quickly and see how much land is in the way. Okay, this waterway here connects to that house over there, which is where our villagers are. So the place we need to make a canal is right through here. And that looks like a good spot right here. If we could fill this with water and take down some of this dirt here, we would have a nice passage through. I'm going to work on that and see if I can get an easy way to get the villagers from one side of the river to the other. So I've just finished digging out this canal here, and now I need to fill it with water. This is where we're going to transport the villagers through. Instead of removing the entire hillside, I've decided just to build a tunnel here, and this leads to this water area, and that leads to another canal area on this side, which leads to this river. So now all we have to do is fill it in with water and then remove the blocks at the end, and we'll have a passage that we can use to transport the villagers to this side of the river and back to spawn. All right, let me finish filling this with water. It's going to take me a minute, and then we'll start getting our villagers prepared for the big transport. And now that the canal is filled with water from one end to the other, we can test it with our boat here. Oh, I forgot to remove these 3 blocks here. There we go, and now we can get back in our boat and easily sail on through. Can we go back as well? How hard is it going to be? No, it's going to be really easy because I made it 3 wide. So it should be no problem to transport villagers this way. All right, let's go visit our villagers now. It's been a while since I've seen them. I hope they're all doing well. I brought some rotten flesh with me from the zombie XP farm that we can trade to our cleric. I also want to bring back some more lapis, which I think we left here along with the mending books. Here they are. Hey guys, how you been? They don't look too excited to see me. There's the nitwit. We're going to probably take him back first. It looks like we will have to transport him across the land just a little bit to get down to the water there, but it should be no trouble. Let's see what we left in the chests here for loot. And we'll trade away our rotten flesh as well. Oh, right, the iron golem, he's still here. And it looks like we left behind a goat horn, some sugar cane, and the good loot was in here. 3 mending books, a stack of ender pearls, and yeah, that's the enchanted book that we fished, as well as some coal and some lapis. Maybe we can trade for some more lapis, but it looks like it's time to sleep. I didn't bring any emeralds with me, but we should be able to get a few off the cleric by trading this rotten flesh. Let's go ahead and get rid of it now. It'll also clear out my inventory so that I can carry a bunch of our loot back with us to spawn. Once we transport the villagers, 2 of them, to our spawn location, we shouldn't need to come back here again, but we may visit them again someday. Alright, I need this guy to interact with his workstation, and then I'll be able to trade the rest of this rotten flesh away. But meanwhile, I can grab a bunch of lapis. I have filled my inventory with everything that I want to take back to spawn. So let's go ahead and take our nitwit villager with us as well. And since this guy is somewhat expendable, if we lose him somehow along the way, it won't be a total loss. Am I going to be able to cross this? Okay, there we go. As long as I avoid the path blocks, it looks like it's easy to get across there. And it should be smooth sailing from here all the way back to spawn. Villager transport was a success. We have arrived back at spawn and back at our villager breeder that we just built. With our nitwit villager, the sun should be setting soon, and if I wait for it to touch the horizon and break the boat, we should be able to get the nitwit to pathfind on his own into the villager breeder. So let's see if we can get that done. That's a nice looking sunset. Now let's get our villager out of the boat and into the villager breeder. Yeah, that should be low enough. There we go. We'll get him out and give him a help up, and he should pathfind right inside. Where are you going? where are you going, villager? He should want to go inside, but for some reason he does not. I don't know if that's because he's a nitwit or if I was wrong about him wanting to find a bed. But let's see if we can get him a little closer and try again. That does not look normal. Are you rowing the boat? All right, so I can't get the nitwit into the villager breeder quite yet. We'll figure out a way soon, but I want to go over to our little spawn base here and put away some of our valuables so that we can go back and get a second villager. Once we have two, maybe it'll be a little easier to get them in. While we're here at spawn, why don't we go ahead and use the 3 mending books that we just brought back from the village, and we're going to go ahead and apply it to some of our gear. So these are our first 3 mending books, and the first thing I want to mend is this Silk Touch pickaxe, which is very low in durability, but we'll be able to mend it up now that it has mending on it. The other 2 pieces of equipment that I want to put mending on are armor. So these boots have really good enchantments. They're just missing maybe soul speed. Well, other than that, I like the looks of those enchantments, and I want to go ahead and put mending on that armor. As well as that, we have this helmet that looks pretty decent, and so we'll put mending on that as well. And now that those 2 pieces of armor have mending, I think we'll actually switch out for this protection 1 helmet that we were wearing and these fire protection boots. We'll just put those away and wear the mending ones now. I have now returned to the village to collect another villager to bring back to spawn, but I also brought with me some emeralds and books so that we could grab a couple more mending books. So we'll grab 2 of those, and we'll be able to put mending on our leggings now. But I don't think we have enough emeralds. No, we don't, for a 3rd book. So just the 2 for now. And let's see, which villager should I take? Actually, it's tempting to take the mending villager, but I think I would prefer to take this guy right here, the fisherman, because he hasn't been traded with yet. So let's go ahead and see if we can put him in a boat. That shouldn't be too... Oh, no, not you, Mr. Farmer. I want the other guy in a boat. Here, you get... Okay, now they're both in the boat. But I need there to be just one, so let's break the boat and try again. All right, we're going to try something different here. I've opened the fence gates and placed a boat just outside, and whoever gets in it first goes back to spawn with us. Who's it going to be? Oh, it looks like the farmer, maybe? Oh, no, not the farmer. Another villager, perhaps. Okay, that didn't work either, but I have another idea. I haven't traded yet with the stonemason, so if we break his workstation, yes, he turns into a regular villager, and then we should be able to move that workstation down here where we can get this guy in a boat. He should be the only one to pathfind down here. The farmer has no reason to, as long as he's interacting with his own workstation. Okay, he's trying. He's struggling, but he's trying. Let's see if we can help him out. There you go. Go on, villager. Excellent. Okay, now we just need to get by and break this workstation. Let's open the fence gate, get in the boat, and get this guy out of here. All right. Okay, so I'm actually going to need to break the fence gate, I think, in order to get through. Here, let's see. Will that work? Here, let's just break it anyway, and then we'll get in the boat. And we should be able to finally move this guy out. Perfect. So we've got a second villager in a boat. Let's go ahead and head back to spawn. Well, we did it. We now have a second villager. back at spawn, and I think I'm going to try the same thing I did with the nitwit. We're just going to pull the boat into shore here, and when the sun sets, I'm going to break the boat, and we'll see if we can get our villager friend to go inside the villager breeder. It looks like we have just a couple more minutes to wait. While we're waiting, let's go ahead and put mending on our leggings. Oh, there goes our anvil. And we'll swap these leggings out for the protection one that we've been wearing for quite a while now. And just put those here in the barrel. I'll make a new anvil later. I think I'm a little short on iron. We'll have to make an iron farm soon, and the villager breeder will help with that. Let's go see if the sun has set, and we can get our villager out of the boat and into the villager breeder. It looks like the sun is setting, and so we should be able to now break the boat. I'm going to try again with the nitwit as well, but we'll try the regular villager first and see if he pathfinds like a normal villager would. All right, there we go. We've got him out of the boat, and it looks like, no, he doesn't want to go into the villager breeder at all. That is quite unfortunate. I'll have to think of another way to get them in. Meanwhile, I'm going to try to get these guys into an enclosure around the area there, but we've got to sleep away this night before we get a bunch of hostile mobs spawning in. Okay, I'm going to try something a little bit different here with the nitwit villager. First of all, I've penned him in with some fences here, and it looks like a parrot has somehow managed to get into the boat with him. Let's go ahead and pick up that boat. And I'm not interested in the parrot at the moment. What I want to do is see if we can get the nitwit to pathfind up there on his own. If we can't, here, maybe we put him back in a boat. Let's see if we can try leads. Here, what we'll do is we'll push the nitwit back into the boat. There we go. And if we use one of the leads on the boat and start climbing, maybe we can lift the boat. We might have to use some blocks to stack up, but let's see if we can get the villager to come up here. Let's see, maybe can we swing him over? Oh, we're not quite high enough up yet, I think. I think I just broke the lead. It looks like the villager is safe though. So this might not be the way to go after all. Here, let's check on the villager, make sure he's okay. Yeah, it looks like he's doing fine. I guess the other thing I could try is just wait for nighttime again and make sure that both villagers are both in the enclosure here. Let's get this guy in quickly. We'll just remove these fence gates and hop in the boat with him, and we should be able to move him right into the pen. So I think that is what we'll do. We'll just try nighttime again, except this time they won't have anywhere to go except for up into the villager breeder. As you just saw, I was finally able to get the villagers into the villager breeder. I just had to use a different bed to lure them in. These beds here, I guess, they're unable to pathfind to, probably because there's carpets and trapdoors above. But let's go ahead and toss these villagers a few carrots and see if this farm will work for us. I just need to get close to them so that I can toss the carrots. And then we need to be careful that the villager, the baby villager should fall down below and not take too much damage on that hay block down there. But let's find out now by tossing some carrots. I only have 3 stacks on me, but that should be enough. All right, hopefully they can pick those up. It looks like it kind of went past them to the other side. Okay, let's toss them another stack. And did they just fall through? Sometimes they fall. Yeah, it looks like they just fell all the way down. That does happen sometimes. So we'll have to go down and pick up those carrots and try again. Where did the other stack go? Oh, look, hearts. We've got hearts, people, with only one stack of carrots. And look at that. A baby villager is born. Hello, friend. You will soon be in my iron farm. Having a villager breeder at spawn is going to be great. We're going to be able to start on a villager trading hall soon, and also an iron farm. To help us with the iron farm, I've also prepared this fella here. This is not the zombie from the time lapse. This is actually a different guy, but he didn't burn in the daytime because he's got a gold helmet on. In fact, it looks like he's full gold armor. And he's got quite a punch for me here. I put these blocks over him just in case, although I don't think he's able to burn in the daylight anyway with this armor on. But this just kind of helps to make sure that armor doesn't break. And I've gone ahead and name tagged this zombie as well. So meet Phil. Phil is going to be the zombie that we use in our iron farm once we get the villagers bred up in between episodes. But to make the iron farm, I also need to clear an area, and I think this area over here might be far enough away from our villager breeder where we can put in an iron farm right in this area, but we're going to have to clear out all these trees and flatten out a spot. But it looks like there's enough land here, and I don't think this big cave opening will interfere either. So somewhere in this area will be our future iron farm. Hopefully we can start construction in the next episode. As for going to the Nether to find another fortress, I don't think we're going to get to that in this episode. We're all out of time, so we'll have to wait until the next episode for that as well. But thank you for watching this episode of Forever Hardcore, and I'll see you next time.